Welcome everyone, and thanks for taking the time to be here. Today we're going to explore how we can intentionally use AI to better design learning experiences that reach every student in our classroom. This isn't about replacing what you already do well. It's about enhancing it, making it more efficient, and ultimately more inclusive through a UDL lens. This is part one of a four-part PD. At the end of this screencast, you can find a link to a required knowledge check that should be completed before moving on to parts 2 to 4.
We want to ground us in the idea that AI is not a replacement for human intelligence, it's a tool to amplify it. We firmly believe in the importance of human connection. AI is not a replacement for human creativity.
AI is already part of the tools we use every day, things like translation, text-to-speech, social media, and search results. And just as important, AI is not perfect, it's not alive, and it's not always right. We should all have concerns about AI and its impact, which is why we need to teach our students how to use it safely. Understanding both sides is key to using it responsibly.
The reality is we've already been using AI for years. What's changing now is access. Tools are becoming more powerful and more available to both teachers and students.
We are looking at a major shift in the workforce. LinkedIn now ranks AI literacy as the #1 desired skill. But for us in K-12, it isn't about jobs, it's about equity. If we don't teach our students how to use these tools ethically and critically right now, they'll be competing against a world that already has. Our goal is to ensure every student leaves us with the AI fluency they need to thrive in this new landscape.
In the past, the digital divide was about access to devices and the internet. Now we're seeing a new divide emerge between those who know how to use AI to learn and think and those who don't. That's where we come in as educators. This is about preparing students for that reality.
Here's a timeline of things that have been accomplished in the last 2 years. From early exploration to policy development to professional learning and now to classroom integration, this has been intentional work.
Today's session is just another step in that process.
Our district vision reinforces something really important. AI should enhance learning, not replace the human element. Relationships, engagement, and meaningful experiences are still at the center of everything we do. AI just helps us get there more effectively.
As stated in our board policy, students need explicit instruction on how to use AI responsibly, how to think critically, and how to be transparent in their work.
One of the biggest shifts with AI is around academic integrity. AI can complete tasks that demonstrate learning, so our role shifts from just assigning work to being really clear about how and when AI can and cannot be used in an academic setting.
We've developed the Warwick AI Assessment Scale to help provide transparency for students as to when AI can be used in the classroom setting. It's extremely important that students know ahead of time what the AI expectations are for each assignment.
We also need to help students understand that using AI requires transparency. Students should be aware that if permitted to use AI, citations are always required.
This is a big mindset shift. AI-generated content isn't owned in the traditional sense. So again, this becomes less about ownership and more about ethical use and transparency.
In 2026, we don't cite AI because the machine owns the work. Legally, it doesn't. We cite it for transparency. Attribution protects students from hallucinations and clarifies exactly where the original ideas end and the tool's assistant begins. It's about academic honesty, not copyright.
Students should be aware that if permitted to use AI, citations are always required. For our younger learners or quick daily projects, we don't want formal citation rules to get in the way of honesty. Use the tag method. Name the tool, describe the action it took, and share the guidance or prompt you provided. It makes transparency a simple 3-second habit.
As students transition to more academic writing, platforms like Noodle Tools provide the necessary framework to generate precise MLA citations for AI-assisted work. Whether it's using the simple tag method or a more formal MLA citation, the goal is helping students acknowledge their sources and think critically about what they're using.
Our policy also acknowledges the limitations of AI detection tools, and they shouldn't be the only source of identifying academic integrity issues involving AI. While detection software can be a helpful red flag to start a conversation, it's not definitive proof of misconduct. AI detectors are far from perfect. Other methods for evaluating the authenticity of a student's work should include conversations with students, drafting history, and evidence of the writing process along the way.
On this slide, we're connecting AI to the 6 C's, skills we already know are essential for our students. Starting with critical thinking, AI actually makes this more important, not less. Students need to question outputs, check for accuracy, and decide what's worth using. With citizenship, we're helping students become responsible digital users, understanding privacy, bias, and how their use of AI impacts others. Character comes into play with honesty and integrity, using AI in a way that's transparent and aligned with expectations. For communication, AI can support students in expressing their ideas more clearly, whether that's through writing, visuals, or even language translations, but the thinking still needs to be theirs. Creativity is where AI can really shine. It can help students brainstorm, explore ideas, and create in ways that might not have been accessible before. And finally, collaboration. AI can act as a thinking partner, but it can also support students working together by generating ideas, organizing thinking, and building on each other's contributions. So really, AI doesn't replace the 6 C's, it amplifies them. And our role is to guide students in using these tools in ways that strengthen these skills, not bypass them.
Student privacy is our top priority. We vet every resource on the WSD COPA list, reviewing privacy policies and terms of service so you don't have to. Please stick to this approved list for student use. If you found a great new tool that isn't there yet, just submit a tech request and we'll get the vetting process started for you. AI is only as good as the data it's trained on. That means that bias can exist. As educators, we have to model how to question outputs, look for representation, and think critically about what AI produces. This is what bias can look like when using AI. Observe the updates in Canva's 2025 image generator. In response to user feedback regarding bias, Canva's Magic Media Generator now creates more accurate and diverse representations of scientists.
One non-negotiable to consider when using AI is protecting student privacy. We should never input personally identifiable information into AI tools. This is a simple but critical habit to build. This is not only important in an educational setting, but for everyday AI use.
AI can sound very confident, even when it's wrong. These are called hallucinations. We need to teach students to treat AI as a starting point, not a final answer, and to verify all information.
The components of an AI classroom include academic integrity, data privacy, ethical use and AI literacy, equity and inclusion, and pedagogical alignment. When all of these components are in place, AI becomes a really powerful tool to support meaningful and inclusive learning.
AI, when used thoughtfully, can help us remove barriers and design learning experiences that truly reach every student. And that's what UDL is all about. Now that you've completed this screencast, please follow the link in the doc to complete the required knowledge check. Scores of 80% or above are acceptable. After completing the knowledge check, view your score and edit your response if needed. Once you've completed the knowledge check, move on to Part 2. Parts 1 through 4 of this PD should take about 4 hours. Step 4 will require you to submit a reflection and/or any evidence of your learning. If you have any questions along the way, submit a tech request and we'll be happy to help support you.